So when it comes to perfection in food, Zhejiang cuisine is the pinnacle of Chinese cuisine. I am in House of Han sitting with Chef Akshay Pandit, Executive Chef, Crown Plaza, Jaipur. Welcome, Chef.
Thank you so much.
Chef, we have been exploring lot of cuisine in our series. I am really amazed about the knife skills of these East Asian people, especially Chinese. What is so special about Zhejiang cuisine?
Alright, so Zhejiang cuisine, the most distinct part about this particular cuisine is the food is the most sophisticated.
Okay.
You find a lot of finesse in everything that they do. Be it the cuts of meat, the cuts of vegetables, be it the sourcing, be it the freshness, be it the different kinds of ingredients that they use, the kind of artistic presentation that they do.
How do you describe the flavor of Zhejiang cuisine? Is it more spicy or is it more mild?
The flavors are balanced. It's never too oily, it's never too spicy. They actually come from a very wealthy province.
Okay.
So there is a style, there's an art behind eating as well.
Yeah, because Zhejiang has been historically also a very was the center of Chinese culture.
Right, and the trade. So there have been a lot of wealthy people in this province, and hence the cuisine styles and the food by itself has been very, very you could say presentable, very niche.
Which wealthy dish that we are cooking today?
So here we'll be cooking a dish which is called as the beggar's chicken, and this particular dish is actually not cooked in any oven but under the ground.
Beggar's chicken?
Right.
Was it cooked by a beggar?
So there was this chicken which was stolen from one of the places by a beggar.
Okay.
And the moment it was known that there's been something stolen, and when the guards went out to hunt for him, he actually wrapped the chicken into a lotus leaf and he placed it under the ground to hide it. Unknowingly, after a couple of days, he came back, to fetch his chicken so that he could cook it and eat it, and he realized that the chicken was already cooked.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was under the ground, which had so much of heat of the ground that eventually, due to the slow heat, the chicken actually was cooked.
Wow, that sounds very interesting. And we are doing that exact version of beggar's chicken.
Well, I wish we could do the exact version, but I would want to do it in a way that you could also try at home. We will be baking the dish in the oven instead of doing it under the ground, and we'll be using a dough instead of using mud.
I am going to the kitchen and learn, and I'll make you see how to cook beggar's chicken. That is something that we have heard for the first time. So, Chef, I'll join you in the tasting session.
Absolutely, I'll see you.
So today's recipe is a very famous recipe which is called beggar's chicken. And to know what exactly beggar's chicken is and how it is cooked, we have Chef Lee Tuck from House of Han, Crown Plaza, Jaipur. Welcome, Chef.
Namaskar.
Namaskar. So, Chef, this is a very unusual name for the recipe beggar's chicken.
Yeah.
Let's show our viewers how to make it. Okay, so we are using whole chicken with skin.
And
This is?
chicken powder.
Okay, so this is chicken powder.
Marination first. And this.
So we are first marinating the chicken with chicken powder on outside and inside the stomach of chicken.
Char siu sauce.
Then we are using char siu sauce inside the cavity.
And this one and the oyster sauce.
Then a little bit of oyster sauce.
And hoisin sauce.
Okay, hoisin sauce. All these sauces you can get online and in good supermarkets these days.
And ginger.
Okay, ginger to flavor it.
And onion.
Chopped onion.
Chopped onion.
Okay, now we are doing the stuffing part. We are using chopped carrot.
Chopped the carrot and mushroom.
Okay, we are using button mushrooms. You can use shiitake or any vegetable of your choice, but this is what traditionally is used. Little bit of spring onion.
Spring onion.
If you have noticed, we haven't added any salt in this dish because all these sauces and chicken powder that we are using has salt already in it. So once it is marinated, we are wrapping it in banana leaf. Traditionally, it is this dish is wrapped in lotus leaf, but since this is more readily available in abundance, we are wrapping it in banana leaf. So just create a parcel kind of thing with this. At home, if you feel a little difficult while working with banana leaf, you can just do it in aluminium foil also. That will work simply fine. Okay. Just wrap it and make a nice parcel. Okay, so once this packet is done, I'll help you, chef.
Yeah.
This is the dough. Should I keep it in the plate?
Yeah. This the dim sum.
Okay, so that's a Chinese rolling pin. You can just roll it with your regular rolling pin also. Chef is more comfortable with this one.
Yeah, and this and the meta.
Okay, so now this we are using maida, which is all-purpose flour.
Okay.
Okay, should I place it in the center?
Yeah.
Okay, so just place your chicken in center, cover it with roti, just wrap it up, seal it from all sides to ensure that all the steam is locked, all the flavors are locked, the chicken will stay more juicy. For how long we need to bake it in oven, chef?
45 minutes.
Okay, so for good 45 minutes you need to bake it in oven. We are sending it for baking. After 45 minutes, I'll see you guys on tasting table with this unique and amazing dish of Beggar's Chicken. So after good 45 minutes of baking, our wait is over and here is Beggar's Chicken. Chef, why don't you open it and show our viewers?
So since you have gone through the entire hard work of making the chicken and make it look so interesting, why don't you open it up?
Okay, that's a difficult task, but I'll take your permission. Can I open you? Hello?
Go ahead.
This is such a beautiful design on top that a person like me will never wish to open this, but also I want to eat this chicken. Now this is the beauty. Chef, can I serve you?
Oh, why not? Thank you so much. Effortless.
Wow. Such a light aroma.
All of that for a nice piece of chicken.
Chef, I've tried so many types of chicken in different preparation, whether it is tandoori or Middle Eastern or even in Chinese, the American Chinese version, the Indo-Chinese version. When this kind of dish, this kind of chicken is a next level thing. This is just chicken.
The beautiful aromas, the light flavors, that smell of Chinese food.
With so little ingredients, we can come up with this kind of taste.
High heat would always give you crispier products.
Right.
And low heat would always give you something which is very, very soft and succulent.
This is one of the best chicken dishes I have ever tried. So guys, this is not all. We have something in our box in our next episode, which happens to be the last of the 8 great culinary traditions of China. Thank you so much, chef, for sharing this particular recipe. I'm sure my viewers are going to love it. And guys, if you cannot make it at home, Chef Akshay is always there to help you out in House of Fun.